What's going on, guys? We got a sweet CT70 video coming up for you, doing some top speed testing, cleaning out the fuel system, and installing some parts from tboltusa.com. Don't forget about our upcoming events. You can find those in the description of this video. Enjoy the video. What is up, everybody? I'm John.
I'm Isaac.
And we are Cars and Cameras. This is my 1974 Honda Trail 70. I put a high-performance 140cc engine on it, and I've done a bunch of different mods here and there that you can see in previous videos. And this thing is just not running right. I don't know what it is. Ike is going to take it out because, I don't know, you've been a mechanic for 20 years, and you seem to know your way around these things pretty well. Because I don't know what's going on. He's moving, dude. That little bike is moving. What you say, buddy? There it goes.
Kind of acting carburetor-like.
Really?
Yeah, it does a lot of braking up at partial throttle.
Yeah.
But when you gag it,
It
all
goes.
there.
It goes. Yeah.
So if it was ignition,
It'd be
it
consistent.
should be consistently
Throughout.
messing up no matter where the throttle is.
Right.
What was the top speed?
I think 55, 58 or so.
Okay.
It's literally
Sprinkling.
starting to rain right now,
It's
so
sprinkling.
let's get home.
Yes.
All right, buddy.
I'm with you.
But it was running perfect on the way back.
These bikes have a vent on the gas cap.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Yeah, it was open as far as I know. We could test it.
There it is. It says on right there.
Okay, so it was on.
Gasket's hard as a rock.
No.
I got nothing. Dude.
Doesn't look like a whole lot of ventilation's happening.
Let me get some safety glasses.
Okay. You freed it up, really?
Yeah, it's working now.
Sweet.
So it was clogged.
That could have been the entire issue.
I think you should put a little bit of fuel in it and go for a ride and see what happens.
Okay. And it dies. It's still doing weird stuff, dude. Did you hear it? I guess from here we're going to assume that it's not clogged and it's still having the problems. I'm going to order another gasket, just see about getting another one of these caps. But from here we're going to check the carburetor bolt. Yeah, we got flow.
Yeah, there's no way you should be going through that much fuel.
Yeah.
Maybe this clog is coming and going in the cap.
Yeah.
When you crank it up and run it and hit bumps, all them particles are being attracted to the filter from the fuel flow.
Yeah.
And it clogs it up again. You cut it off and all the particles fall back on the backflow again.
I see. So I should go ahead and just clear the filter too? Or take it off at this line and then just drain it a little bit?
Drain it backwards and see if there's any particles.
Yeah.
Maybe blow through it.
Okay. Sweet.
It does have some garbage in there, not a lot. There
Sounds
could
good.
be a piece of garbage in the needle valve.
And so that's
the main jet.
Yeah, that's where the needle drops in, right?
Yep. That one's clear. That's it. All right, she's all together and ready to go back on the bike. But John is going to be draining and cleaning out the tank.
I don't know. I'm not convinced that that's like a whole lot of fuel flow, dude.
Me take the gas cap off while you're draining.
That's not a bad idea.
You ready?
Yep. It's the same.
You know, garbage is usually on the bottom,
Yeah.
and it's usually the first thing that comes out. So the fuel tank seems to be pretty clean. There is some garbage in it.
Yes. But I'm going to take the fuel tank off tomorrow and like do a thorough clean, maybe seal it. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so all the fuel is out of the tank on my Trail 70. Now I'm going to take the fuel tank out, degrease it, use some rust neutralizer, rinse it all out, and then let it dry. This is going to be really helpful for you if you have an old go-kart or mini bike engine that you seem to have to keep cleaning the carburetor on. You could just have a whole bunch of garbage in your fuel tank. That's going to be the case with this. I'm not convinced that my problems are because of trash in the fuel tank, but it definitely could be cleaner inside. So the tank is out. I'm gonna mix up a concoction of degreaser, warm water, and nuts to fill this tank up so I can swish it around and knock all the loose stuff, all the grime and stuff out. All right, that's gotta be good. Anybody want a milkshake? So all the loose rust and grease should be out of that fuel tank. Now it's time for the metal prep. Look at all the sediment in the bottom of this jar. And I cleaned this fuel tank before, I just didn't take it out and do the shake method. I just shook it while it was still on the bike. So it just goes to show, like, thoroughness pays off when it comes to cleaning fuel tanks. Got about 10 minutes left on this guy. I'm just kind of cleaning up and turning it every few minutes. So I've waited about 2 days for this fuel tank to dry out. It looks nice and dry, so I can go ahead and reinstall it. But more importantly, we just got a shipment in from T-Bolt USA. They sent me a whole bunch of goodies for this bike so I can finally get a proper lighting system. No more flashlight headlight. Let's check it out. We got some stickers, we got some swag, some T-Bolt hats, T-Bolt banner, and charging coils and a compatible flywheel. We got some koozies too, a flywheel puller, which is awesome. No more whacking the end of the crankshaft with a hammer. Let's see, a voltage regulator and a little bit of wiring. So as you guys may remember, ever since I've done this 140 swap, I haven't had proper lighting on this bike. I have turn signals and tail light because it's just running off the battery, but I have to charge the battery to make sure it doesn't die. But the headlight has not been wired at all. So I've been using this this LED flashlight, which is like not good, but we're gonna be changing that today. So for me, the world of these pit bike engines is very confusing. Thankfully, Vince at tboltusa.com has a very good understanding of what else is going on, and all this should be all I need to put proper lighting on this bike. We have a stator, a compatible flywheel, a voltage regulator, a flywheel puller, and some wiring. Let's do it. Check out T-Bolt USA's website at a link in the description of this video for all your CT70 and pit bike needs. All right, so we're gonna start by taking the side cover off, and we can take a look at the flywheel, pull it off, and install our stator magneto. All right, so we got a 2-piece flywheel puller here, and the first part threads in backwards, reverse thread. So you just wanna hold this with whatever you got. We have an adjustable wrench. And tighten this one, and it should gently pull the flywheel.
I don't know about gently. Sometimes you're going to get that pop.
Yeah, I mean,
when
sometimes you get a
loose.
pop, but I mean, like, it's going to be better than, like, whacking it with a screwdriver and pry bar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm going to say it's going to pop.
Yeah, it's,
There we
there it
go.
goes. Look at that. Look at that, dude.
I'm just wondering what the differences are, dude.
Yeah, so that's the one that just came off, and that's the new one we have.
The stator is deeper than the magneto.
That's probably why we got
So
that
that's
flywheel.
probably why we have this one, because it's a little bit deeper. So you want to make sure everything's clean and dirt free.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, got some movement. There's the oil.
Oh, it's right there. Let me give it a little more tilt. I don't want to lose this camera, though.
Yeah, it's all right, man. I'll clean up whatever I'm going to use this.
Okay. Give it a little bit of lubricant.
Yep. You want to tighten these up evenly.
Yeah. So I just gently pry this rubber plug out, and here you go, buddy.
Thanks, man.
And looks like we're going to be putting this new piece that's a part of the wiring in its place. Guys, I'd be super careful when removing your flywheel, because we boogered up a couple of the threads on the end of the crankshaft there when removing it, so we're just chasing it with a die. There's the new flywheel. So after installing the stator, magneto, and then adapting it to the original wiring harness, we're pretty much ready to go in with a fuel tank and kind of reassemble. I'm going to show you what we have going on. So we printed out a bunch of wiring diagrams from the T-Bolt Tech database, and what do we have, dude?
So we installed the rectifier regulator. I ran the wires through. I put the voltage regulator about in the area I want it. It should build up some heat, so you want to find a place for it that won't hurt anything with heat. So I'm hoping once we get the fuel tank installed and the battery, we can find a nice place for this thing to chill. So since we were here installing the charging system on this engine, we also decided to change the bike from 6 volt to 12 volt.
Yes.
As far as I know, everything's been changed over except for the headlight bulb is still 6 volt, but we installed a resistor.
Yeah, so it should be fine.
So hopefully it'll be fine. And the turn signal flasher is still 6 volt.
Yes.
And the bulbs are probably still 6 volt. I'm not 100% sure.
Me neither. So we're probably going to pop it.
We're going to smoke something or pop something. That's on.
And I have a headlight.
You ready?
Yeah.
Look how bright they are.
Yeah, I know, they're so bright. And they actually, okay, that one doesn't blink. That one blinks. That's awesome. That one does not blink.
All right, well, I mean, it's a win there right now.
Well, I don't know why doesn't the left blink?
It could be, let's go with simple first.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and change the bulbs to the correct size.
Yep.
12 volt bulbs.
Yep.
And let's go ahead and change that flasher unit to a 12 volt unit too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Then we'll worry about why the left side's not blinking if it's still not blinking.
Good thinking.
Thank you.
I want to fire it though.
Well, we gotta put some gas in it.
All right, let's do it, and I'll put the seat on, and then we're gonna hear it.
Then we'll check the charging system.
Yes.
How about giving it some gas?
Okay.
Yeah, we're charging.
Okay. Sweet. All right, man. I gotta go down the lane and back.
Okay.
We're still having some kind of issue, dude.
All right.
You hear that?
Yeah, I heard the engine sputtering.
Yeah.
But it's charging.
It's charging. Check the kill switch. Check the kill switch. Sounding good. What do you think? It's gonna stall, isn't it? There it goes. Dude, what is that? So I think with every episode, my Honda Trail 70 gets a little bit better every time. I think we still want to ride to the beach. I don't know if it's going to happen right now, especially not with this gearing and my tires. Ike did 58 miles an hour in the beginning of the episode, but we did make a major accomplishment in this episode, and that was to put a charging system on this 140 engine finally. Again, thanks to tboltusa.com. Check them out in the description of this video. Still have some weird phantom problems with it dying at idle. We're going to try replacing the CDI in a future episode because it's now buried underneath the fuel tank. Another major accomplishment. I almost cleaned up all the zip ties off of the bike. It's like halfway respectable now. I want to get some shorter oil lines. That'll clean it up a little bit, and just, you know, take little pieces here and there off and paint them, make them look a little nicer too.
And dude, a big improvement, you need to wash the mud off that thing.
Yeah, I know. I should be ashamed.
You should be totally ashamed of that.
Yeah. That's what happens when you let Ike drive your stuff, man. Leave us a thumbs up if you want to keep seeing Trail 70 videos from us at Cars and Cameras, and check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Cars and Cameras Reviews in between videos to see what we're up to.
Check me out at Isaac, it'll be fine.
And of course, support us by picking up some shirts, stickers, hats, or hoodies at cars-cameras.com. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.